What's good, everybody? So just finished up with that leg workout you guys just saw, and now we're back at the gym, the private personal training gym that I train at. So I'm going to put 2 of my female clients through a leg and glute workout, which will incorporate hamstrings, quads, and glutes, of course. So for some of you females out there, you guys can take some of these workouts and try to incorporate them. They're very basic workouts. They're easy to do. You just have to gauge the weight that you're doing. Of course, I kind of gauge it based on how strong they are and the rep range that I want them to do, which is kind of varies throughout each client, of course, as well as the same thing with males. But we're about to get this workout in for these clients, and then we'll see what the rest of the day holds. Why is stretching important, Amanda? Amanda Physique, why is stretching important?
So you're able to do your squats better.
Amanda, why is stretching important? We're starting with stretches.
So you don't spaz out during your workout? Yeah, loosen up your muscles.
Loosen up muscles to allow better blood flow. You don't cramp and hurt yourself.
Right. You're never matching with us. We're
I
always
have baby blue, actually.
We're always
but
the one matching.
I might just order this set on Amazon and then.
I think that's what you need to do.
I think that's what I should do. Okay.
Yeah, we're always matching. We don't even tell each other. But today was kind of like
like one of those soulmate
insight.
like moments. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a moment.
Good. So this is a combination of RDL and a squat wide stance, which works your glutes, your hamstrings, a little bit of quads, and lower back. There we go. Now we're doing split squats, which helps stretch out your glutes and activates your quads, glutes, a little bit of hamstrings. Good form. Alright, calm down. Alright, so now we're doing step ups, which also activates glutes, quads, and a little bit of hamstrings. So our main focus here is to keep the pressure on the foot that's on the bench. So as you can see, she's leaning forward as she comes down and just taps the ground with her back leg. Same with Hope. Good job. She's not coming all the way up, which is also good. She keeps the tension on her glute and her quad. Now we're doing single leg hip thrusts, which is pretty self-explanatory. Good job, guys. Now we're doing hip, is this adductor or abductor? I keep getting confused, but it's one of these. Abductor and adductor are opposites, but as you can see, they're using my bands, Kevin Physique, and we're going for a minute. And as you can see, we're also supersetting with jump squats, pretty self-explanatory, using my Physique bands. Good work. Alright guys, so I have some sweet potato right here that I prepared last night. It's ready to go. I just put some into the air fryer like that. But basically, as far as my food goes, I like to prep my food 3 to 4 days in advance. So I usually cook all my meat, all my potatoes, all my vegetables all at once and have it in my fridge for a few days. So right here, I'm about to prep another meal. And my ground turkey. And then I have to cook some rice in my rice cooker. I tell this to a lot of my clients too, is to simplify as much as possible when you're meal prepping, because meal prepping can be time consuming, which also means honestly probably never spend more than an hour meal prepping and 15-20 minutes cleaning it up. But basically that means using the air fryer, using your oven, using microwave, using a rice cooker for your food and stuff. And basically from an air fryer vegetables like potatoes and broccoli, maybe my chicken, and then I've used the stovetop for obviously like my ground beef, my ground turkey, obviously my rice cooker for rice, and sometimes I use the oven for chicken. Sometimes I'll cook the chicken on the stovetop. It just depends on what I'm feeling like doing, but I try to switch it up usually and kind of season my food so it's not too bland. But for the most part, it does get kind of tedious, but at the same time, I'm not really looking to make gourmet like food, and the taste isn't as important to me as the actual nutrients and the benefit I get from the food in terms of performance and physical benefit. But yeah, so we're gonna wait for my rice to cook, and then I'm going to make my fourth meal of the day, which will be ground turkey, rice, and some beef, some steak that I have cooked in the fridge. And then that'll be that. Okay guys, so right here I have 300 grams of white rice, as you can see. Now I usually do 300 grams of white rice with each meal, and I have usually 3 meals that consist of rice or 2 rice meals, and my last meal will be potatoes instead of rice for my carb source. And as for the meat, 2 meals will be ground turkey or chicken and steak, and then 1 meal will be all ground turkey or all chicken with some almonds. So I usually do about 6 to 7 ounces of both of these combined, or 6 to 7 ounces of chicken when making each meal. The protein measurement for the turkey, steak, chicken has never changed, whether I'm in a bulk or an off season, or whether I'm prepping for a show or even peak week. If anything, I will increase my food or my protein, always keeping it high when bulking and when cutting, because when bulking obviously you're trying to put on muscle and size and grow, and of course when cutting it's important to keep it high as well to prevent any kind of muscle loss or muscle catabolism. So the last thing that I need for this meal is my veggies. So I usually get these from the store, and all you have to do is put the whole bag and steam in the microwave for 3 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so just finished up cooking the food, but I think one of the biggest things that people do actually struggle with is, cooking the food and doing all that stuff is just finding time and being creative and getting used to it and making it a habit of doing it consistently. But I think the biggest struggle lies is how much to eat, what to eat, and when, and how to gauge that and adjust it over time so your body continually sees progress, which is why, I've been doing preps, and every single prep that I've done, I've learned a little bit more about the diet and my body and how your body responds to different things. So it's important to kind of just keep a close eye on. Of course, having a coach helps, which is what I help my clients with for the most part, is adjust their diets, seeing what works best for their body, stuff like that, and adjusting over time to see continual progress. So if you guys need help, of course, I do have online custom meal plans, diet programs, workout programs as well, and I tell even my online clients and even in-person clients that, you know, it's not even just sticking to a diet for a week, but finding what works for you and something that's easy for you. For me, I found using the air fryer, the rice cooker, you know, having my food cook itself pretty much. I don't like sitting there, you know, cooking the food and stuff. It really doesn't take that long. And, you know, once you've built that habit, it's, you know, it can become second nature. It's almost like weighing your food out. It can become tedious in the beginning, but for the most part, once you get used to it, you really get comfortable with it, and it doesn't really take any effort at all, really. So with that being said, I'm going to finish this video.